Záleží.
Haru, haru. Hey, hello everyone. Long time no live stream, like for a month. Hey Dawn, hi. How are you? All right. I just needed to set up something here. You know, after a month, I started to set up everything like half an hour ago. I was a little bit panicking because nothing was working again as usually, and I totally forgot my setup that I researched for hours like before. Hi Nancy, hi. So great to see you here. If anything goes wrong, if you cannot hear me, if you cannot see me, or if the video will lag again, then let me know in the chat. I will try to figure out and fix it. I am using my Osmo camera today again for the coloring setup. So I suppose we have like 2 hours before it starts to lag. Hi Bella, hi. Nice. So how is your weekend going? For me, it was kinda, I don't know how to describe it. I was coloring for sure, editing, and just like any other day. So how was your weekend? Here in Czech, we have 4 p.m. Sunday. So, but fortunately, tomorrow is a day off. So yes. I before we start coloring, I will show you some of my pages that I'm working on, usual update. yeah, that's true. Weekend was too short. And even with the additional day that I have tomorrow, it still feels like it's too short. 7 p. Wow. Awesome. Saturday. Glad everything is good. Oh, really? Okay, thank you for letting me know about the volume. I'm thinking because I'm using my microphone here. Let me check this. Maybe I could connect my external microphone, but I haven't used it for more than a year. I don't know. The setup. Your display. How about now? How can you hear me now? Because I switched to my monitor microphone. So maybe it could be better. Still, it's integrated, rather than my Osmo. Even though it's very great camera, I couldn't live without it anymore. So I will maybe also check on my mobile phone how do I sound. Oh, now you can't hear me at all. I couldn't live without it. I just checked on my mobile phone. It seems that it sounds better. All right. Oh, all right, all right. So maybe it was in your browser. Is that possible? I can hear you, but Oh. Oh. I just checked on my mobile phone. All right, if any one of you has any issues with synchronicity or with the audio, could you please just like close and open the browser again? Maybe it could help because I'm checking on my mobile phone and it seems to be all right. So Nancy and Dawn are saying sound is okay. Pekku, hey, ahoy. All right, so let's move on and we will see if this issue will be fixed or so. All right, so first of all, can you hear you? All right, thank you, Jackie. Well, all right, so at first, how do we start? Welcome to my art studio / living room. Yeah. I'm so happy to have you here, guys, again on another live stream. It's so awesome. I see there is like 11 viewers, which is awesome. And yeah, my last live stream was more than a month ago, and we were coloring in Eerie coloring book. I started a page. I started working on the background, and we did the background with oil pastels. However, because yeah, I always say I will not be that chatty today, you know, and then I'm ending like talking all the time. Yeah, so, and I cannot synchronize my coloring and talking skills. So yeah. Anyway, I put a poll on my community tab asking you guys if you want to continue on this page or start a new one. And most of the votes went for starting a new page. So let's put this aside. Maybe we will get back to it today if we will have some time. And I placed another poll asking about which coloring page or which coloring book you want to see me to color in. I'm just trying to search for the poll. And yeah, so definitely the winner is Pop Manga, Dragons and Other Magically Mythical Creatures, with 38%. The second was Rita Berman, Mein Winterspaziergang, with 27%. The third was Maria Trolle Zagon with 24%. And the last one was Archie Hampson, Christmas Tiny Homes, with 12%. Actually, I figured out that I have so many Halloween and autumn coloring books, but I have almost none of the winter and Christmassy coloring books. So yeah, it gave me hard time because actually I wanted to give you more wintry or Christmassy coloring books as options, but basically this Rita Berman's and Archie Hampson's coloring books are the only books that I have for that are fully Christmassy or wintry. And also now I have newly also this one, but I didn't want to include it because it's brand new and I plan to make a video first. I didn't color in it yet, but I already have a plan for this page. And I don't know, maybe some of you will not like it, but I see the end of the world. You know, the meteor here. So it will be a little bit dramatic. But yeah, I hope you will like it. Anyway. So, what I want to share with you, so let me know in the comments or in the chat what you are coloring right now. Well, yeah. Also, if you have some, also if you already started to color Christmassy coloring books or Christmassy pages, because I'm curious, when is the right time to start Christmas? I don't know. I started Halloween like a month before Halloween. I started it right at the moment I received the book by Hannah Carlson. And it felt like it was quite the right time to start this early. But for Christmas and winter, well, winter, yeah, it's okay. But for Christmas, like specifically Christmassy coloring pages, when do you start to color in them? Because I will soon have a coloring page, like Christmas coloring page, which will not be very Christmassy, but from Christmas coloring book. And so what I wanted to say, I lost my train. I lost my thread. Yeah, so just let me know, when do you start in these coloring books? Ah, you are holding off till December. Great, Christmas. Ah, Crystal Vogels. That rings a bell. Felder. That rings a bell. I will copy this. And I will save it to my notes and I will check the coloring book after live stream. Yeah. The name of the book seems familiar. Yeah. Oh, what is the working on Kerby page? But starting Clara Markova. Wow. Oh, so the am I lagging? Let me check. I don't know if it's too cold outside or what is it with this internet connection. But everything seems quite well, quite all right. Anyway, wow, Christmas tree and decorations. I still have my Halloween decoration, but actually this is my only decoration I will have for the rest of the year. You know, cats. So that's awesome. I will not have any Christmas tree this year because I just don't have any. I don't have any space in my apartment. And also, maybe I will not be at home during Christmas. So, yeah. And you are already working on a Christmas page. That's awesome. Magical World. Is there any Christmas page? Wow. All right, so I'm now working on several pages. As you know, already on my channel is part 1 of full page color along from Rita Berman's newest coloring book. And I just finished the 3rd picture today, this one. So this is already on my channel. And this will be next week, and this will be next week. Maybe I will put some Johanna Basford's color full pages color along in this style in between these, so it's not fixed that this picture will be exactly next Friday. So it can be the next Friday, and a next Friday can be some another color along. Anyway, this picture is our early access on my Patreon already, and this will be soon because I finished coloring this part today. I will be editing, and once I will edit it, then I will put it as early access to my Patreon. And also there will be 2 another parts, this picture and then the background. I will probably be doing watercolor background, something very easy, galactic, just some galaxy, you know, maybe oil pastels, but I am more keen to use watercolors at this point. But I will see in what mood I will be in later. So yeah, if you don't want to wait, you can check out my Patreon for the color alongs and for many other color alongs, including one from the Dark Fairy Tales. I didn't start yet, but I will be doing this page for full page color along for Patreon, and because this is the page that my members picked in coloring book shuffle. Well, not didn't picked, but it was random pick, but from the books and pages they included into the shuffle, and then I did the random pick. Oh. Yeah, so this will be the page. And I will be focusing this to upload this month. I would like to focus it for the next week, because then once I publish it, I will run another shuffle, another round. So yeah, so I will have time to do another page for another time. I have actually two games like this. First is this coloring book shuffle, and I mean on my Patreon. This is basically that all the members can like put their picks of pages or books to the shuffle, and then I randomly pick some page or book. And the second game is that I will put a poll with my selection, and they will just vote. And I'm switching between these two. It's kind of fun. It's kind of hard to manage everything. I mean, organize, because both games are bi-monthly. So yeah, but I have system. I have my table for this. Oh no. Oh. Oh, I read I work on Christmas page, and I saw like I'm working during Christmas. I was like shocked at the first moment. Thank you, Jackie. I'm so glad that you like it. And Bella, thank you. Now I know that you know that I have this book, and I already did some coloring videos. Actually, I have 3 pages in this book. The thing is that I still need to do some special video, because both of these books were sent to me by Maria, which is awesome. I feel so amazing. Like, yeah, very, very honored. Yeah, but I started to color in these before I did the video. And I don't want to do flip through video, because everyone has already done flip through video, so it's nothing new, right? But so I'm still thinking what kind of video I want to do with these coloring books. And this is my latest. I was using gouache. I'm not very I don't know what feelings I have about this page. Well, I like it. I like these swirls because it looks really like deep, you know. But I was using gouache on the whole page except the flies, and yeah, except the flies. And I don't know, gouache is fine, but I feel that I want to use gouache rather on my own paintings than in coloring book. So I don't know, what do you think, guys? I don't know. Actually, I don't know what feelings I have out of this page. I like it, but it's like something is off. I don't know. And then I have these 2 pages. I was doing this for Patreon for the Colortober that I was hosting. It was so cool. It was so fun. And I so enjoyed it. But it was also very exhausting, because I was basically doing 2 coloring tutorials per week. And yeah, it was hard, but amazing. I enjoyed that a lot. And then this page is also on my YouTube channel, and I like it. I really like the colors. It's very colorful, and with watercolors. This is with oil pastels. Yeah. Also, as you know, all the videos that are edited on my channel then they have full versions with a list of colors, of used colors, except those where I used gouache. I cannot track all the colors in gouache. So the full versions are on my Patreon as well. So that just for you to know that there is this option. I'm not pushing anyone. It's just I just want you to have the information, that's all. Yeah, and also it's part of what I'm doing, so I don't take it like I don't, but I'm not approaching it like I would force you to anything, not at all. I'm just informing you what I'm doing actually, because if I don't include it, then I will not tell you half of my art life, you know. So yeah, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, all right, so how about we go to pop manga. Oh, one more thing I just remembered. I have this. I have Kerby's book. New Kerby's book. What do you think about this book, guys? Do you have it? I'm really, really interested what you think about this book. Because yeah, I don't know. You know that Kerby and his coloring books is my biggest love. Actually, I have colored in so many, like in all of his books. I have all his books except the compilation books, because it has no point for me to buy the pages that I already colored or I have in other coloring books. And I know that this is compilation book as well, but with new pictures. So that's why I bought it. But I don't know. Like, okay, this is the new page. So yeah, it's very nice, right? But who is supposed to color this? Like, first of all, look at the detail. Yeah. And that's it. That's it, the detail. Like, this is finished illustration. I don't feel that this is something I should color. I think that his books became from, or his work became from coloring books to masterpieces on their own that don't require really color. You know, like I'm at the crossroad a little bit. I don't even want to color it, because I will definitely not be coloring every single part, like every single mushroom. No, thank you. I just cannot do it. You know that I can do pretty detail to detail in coloring or in art in general. But if I would have to stay between lines on illustration, I cannot do it. So I would just do it on my own, and I'm not sure that I want to do it, actually. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts about this book, or about Kerby's style, actually. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, only 3, or I thought there were 4, or I can switch cameras. Give me a second. Yeah. So let me see. Yeah, so definitely these two are new. Basically, this can be also colored. Then this one, this is third page, basically the fourth. Yeah, and then we have some pictures. This is flip it. Yeah, these are all the same. And also, like, I already have, because once I accidentally bought Geomorphia or Phantomorphia, one book that is the compilation. So I accidentally have one. And I have this picture now with this book 3 times already. And it's the same like the giraffes. I mean, yeah, okay. He did new compilation book where he put pictures from other books. All right. But why he put the same pictures that he already used in other compilation books? Why he didn't use the other pictures? Know what I mean? Oops. Yeah, so these all are seems to be the same. All right. Hi, you. Hi. I'll try to catch up on the chat. Where did I end it? Oh, yeah. Here. Yeah, let me switch the camera again. Chicky, yeah, I'm not afraid to use it, mainly because I really, even though I'm really honored that some artists are sending me their books, for example, like Maria Trolle. Um, anyway, it's still like how to explain it. I'm not afraid because I don't worry that I will ruin the book. First of all, I have experiences with other books, also with Maria's books. I have a lot of experiences where I already used watercolors and all kind of media, so I know that her books are great, and that the same applies to Kerby's books and to Hannah Carlson's books or Johanna Basford also. But also it's important to know which edition do you have, because for example in Kerby's books US edition cannot hold water almost at all, and the result is really bad. And but the other editions like UK Polish, or I heard French as well, but I don't have any French. But Polish and UK editions, they are great for watercolors. So I know if the paper is thicker, also Pop Manga is great for this. I know that what I can do. Also, I know how to handle various situations with water, you know? But you just start. You just have to go for it, and you will know it as well. It's all only in doing the thing and to get experiences. If you are afraid that you will ruin your favorite page, then pick a page that you don't like. Yeah, just or on the back we usually have some page that is not actually a coloring page, right? Or maybe sometimes it's in front. Then you can use this to test what you can do with the paper actually. And so that's how I learned it. and you can learn it too. So just don't be worried, because yeah, there are a lot of pages in every coloring book, and we are not able in our lifetime to color everything, so we can afford to sacrifice some pages, you know. Prismacolors, pastels, distress inks can be tricky, or any other inks, because if you are using liquid inks, and distress also, they have liquid refill bottles, and that's what I'm using. If you are using um, if you're using them in this liquid state, then they can bleed through, and they will bleed through much more than watercolors. They are very strong, and yeah, I have experiences with that on Kerby's page, actually. So carefully, just if you are using liquid form of any inks. And Nia colors, they are great because basically you don't have to use too much water with them. So they are usually safe to use. And even I was using them in Amazon paper, like on Amazon paper in coloring book. So the paper was a little bit buckled, but like it didn't, uh, it wasn't damaged. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it very similarly view. The last pages, let me see. No, the last pages in Kerbe, they are from Alien Worlds. So these are in the separate book. Oh, oh, aha. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, yes, I think the. Oh, but it was hidden like this. All right. So yeah, you're right, Nancy. But I get it. And usually when I'm deciding what coloring book I want to buy, if it's not like, well, I'm not buying that many coloring books at this point. But whenever I want to buy something and I'm not sure that I will like it, then I will simply watch a flip through, and I count how many pages I like and how many pages I can imagine that I am coloring. And if it's like around the half, then I say, all right, it's worthy to buy it. If also it depends on the price, you know, some coloring books are super expensive, then I want to like at least more than half. Anyway, if it's regular coloring book, you know, then if I like 10 pages out of 80, or for example, Kerby's books, they usually have around 80 pictures, right? So if I like only like 10, that it's not that worthy, because I have over 200 coloring books and I want to color in all of them, right? And I'm still having new and new and new. So I cannot buy everything. So this is my system, how I'm dealing with this. Yeah, I was I would have my whole apartment full of coloring books. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. every page I color is a test page, and that's actually good. A good approach. That's actually what I did as well, because yeah, I am so bad at trying it first. So basically, everything I learned was on real coloring pages. I very rarely tried something like on a blank paper on other page, you know. So that's also one way how to approach it and how to learn things actually. And that's why I have so many pages that I'm sharing on my channel, and I'm always saying like, oh, I don't like this page because I really don't like them, because I was trying something new, for example, you know, or I had some image in my head and I wasn't able to transfer it on the paper as I wanted. So yeah, that can happen, but we have many other pages, right? Yes, great. I'm very happy that I could help. Oh, you want to see some of my original work? Yes, of course. Uh, yeah, of course. Well, ta-da! So these are my painting with acrylic paints. I was talking about it last time, but if you missed that, then these two were my first acrylic paintings on canvas, actually. This is actually my name. This is in calligraphy Neko Simi. And here are some of my watercolors. So here is one, here is another, and here up is another. Oh, and at this moment, I'm also working on this huge painting. Yeah, it doesn't fit to the frame. Almost. I just started. I just started, and yeah, it's watercolor, and this is the biggest I ever painted. So I just started, as I said, like 2 times or 3 times, and yeah, there's some misty mountains here, and here I don't know if it's visible, but here is a person on a stand, and here will be some water and some more misty mountains. So yeah, I need to add some drama to the sky. um I don't know, I have a lot of stuff, of a lot of my like paintings with watercolors or with um oil pastels, but I have it in my sketchbook actually. Yes, Nancy, my style changed many times. Um, yeah, actually, I was thinking about including this into my next update, art studio update, or the coloring log. Yeah, and because I was thinking about it lately as well, and my style from when I started changed many times, and especially in the last year it changed like at least 3 times, and I at this point I don't have fixed style. It's still evolving, and when I thought that I will have that I finally found my style, then it changed again. So this is something that will probably never, yeah. Square paint. Oh, you mean this one? This one? Yeah. Hi, Julie. Hi. How are you? um, I will just rearrange the space here a little bit. What I would show you. Well, if you like, if it's not out of topic that much, I can actually show you some of, not everything, but some of the pages that I some of my original work actually. I will try to choose the best ones. I have a lot of unfinished pages. But here are some sunsets. These are watercolors. I like also this one. I usually do the painting videos only on my Patreon because I don't do it as tutorials and it's not desirable on my channel. So yeah, just when I want to play with some watercolors or so. I don't know what you could like. Yeah, there's also some sunset. So actually I'm not very used to paint sceneries like this, but I like it. Here is some galaxy. Yeah, this is something I like to paint. Some, you know, calm, and this actually has glitters as well, or some metallic paint, and this in this Chinese style. So here is another sunset. Or this. This is actually the same color palette. I was using same colors, I think, but only different ratios. And of course, I didn't use all the colors, no, but I had the same set. And yeah, it was fun. Here's another one. I really like this one. Oh, and this is my favorite. I just love to paint koi ponds. So yeah. Oh, and here I was trying something a little bit different on this page. I was also using pencils on top of it, but it's textured paper, so it's no, it wasn't that great. But it added a little bit of texture. Yeah. And this is the sketchbook that I crafted by myself. And this was for the experiments. So it has glitters as well. I have only 2 pictures. This is totally not my style, but I wanted to try something different, you know. So Um, so let me know, meanwhile I'm showing you this, if you also paint, or if you do your original artwork as well, or if you are doing only the coloring books. Because I think that when I started to paint, then my coloring skills improved as well. Because I think that no matter what art you do, but it still improve your skills, like your art skills and your creativity. That's important. But to have the creative mind isn't everything. You have to transfer it on the paper, right? So you need to train the skills, and that's how you will be able later to transfer what you see in your head on the paper. For example, when I was I always wanted to color one page in Mythomorphia, and let me show you. Okay, so I'll take all my books by Kerby. Fortunately, I have them all in one pile. So, Mythomorphia. I always wanted to make the Yeti page. You probably know, yes, here, this page. I always wanted to make it. And I had the idea in my head that I know that this is a snowy scene, right? But I always wanted to make it like fiery scene. But for maybe 2 years, I had no idea how I can make it. I had the image in my head for 2 years, and I wasn't able to just transfer it on the paper. I still wasn't feeling confident enough to make it. And not only this, I really didn't know how to do it. And I didn't practice these skills. Like, I didn't practice any fiery scenes or so. I was just coloring other pages according to as I wanted. And one day it just happened that I felt confident enough that I can do it. I just cannot find the page now. So one day I did it. And this as well, this is similar. Yeah. So, ta-da! Just let me find the Yeti page. Yeah, and when we were talking about my improving skills, this is maybe 3 years old. I don't know exactly when I was coloring all these pages, but it was very early, I guess. And then, for example, this one it's much better. It was later after that. Oh, and this is the Yeti page. So also this is also later than the Minotaur page. So you can compare, like the background, for example, it was also very daunting. Yeah, it was very detailed. And then I did this. Also, you can see now I would probably do some different background. I would make him in a smoke. I would make a smoke around him, and I would make a glow around him as well. Yeah, so this is how my skills and creativity, imagination, everything, all this around coloring and art improved, and my style improved as well. I remember that I struggled with the background I should use, and you can see the lack of deepness as well. it's where is that page? Yeah, totally completely different than this, for example. And in the end it was so easy, but if I would do it, or if I would try to do it years ago when I had no idea how to do it, then I would probably didn't end up with this finish. Well, about the creativity, Nancy, that's completely normal. um I also need to have reference. Well, the thing is, I can see the picture in my head, but I cannot like keep it long enough and vivid enough in my head to be able to work with it. So that's why I am, yeah, I also like this one. I know that some of someone may not like it that I covered everything, but I was inspired, and I just wanted to make my version of this unicorn, and I was inspired by Daybreaker from My Little Pony. Yes, and I like it, especially this part. I was struggling with, this is acrylic paint, and I was struggling with acrylic paint. I don't have much experiences actually, and especially at this point I didn't have much experiences with acrylic paint, but I like the result. It's one of my favorite pages. Yeah, but about the creativity, it's completely normal and it's completely fine, and every artist has it, that we just need to find some reference. It's how to say it, it's not that someone would be better than we are only because he can draw a dog from the imagination. Usually in realism you are not able to draw a perfect realistic dog only out of your mind, because our brain is sometimes not true to ourselves, right? And if our brain doesn't have the information, it will complete it on its own and just give us a little bit different image. So it's absolutely fine to have reference picture. And for my pictures, I have the idea and then I'm searching references and then I find 10 pictures that could fit partially to my image that I have in my head. And I take that part and use the reference, because I also, and of course, if I would never paint a fire, how can I paint it only from my imagination, right? Or if I have never seen, I don't know, if I have never seen a mermaid, how could I paint a mermaid without the reference picture, right? Even Kerby needs reference pictures. Kerby is drawing according to what he sees. So you can see even Kerby is using references, no matter if they are alive. So he travels and he is sketching what he see on the place, or if he uses photographs that he picked on or that he took on his journey, But everyone is using references, and it's absolutely fine. Like, it's completely and if I don't believe anyone who says that they don't need any reference at all. Like, I get that if you draw every day 10 mermaids a day, then you will be able to not use reference picture for mermaid and similar creatures, maybe like people as well, you know. But still, for another topic, you will need the reference picture. That's just my opinion. So don't worry don't worry if you really don't if you are not able to use what you have in your head and create out of it. We none of us has this. Yeah. And that's the same like for the colors. I usually have my color palette in my head as well, but again, I have already the complete picture or the complete palette, complete parts, and I need to I need to separate it into individual colors because I need to choose individual colors for the color along, right? So that's why I'm looking for the references that are matching with what I see in my head. And it's also fine. And then I can take the picture and I can pick the colors on my own. There is amazing app. It's called Coolers. And you can put a picture there and you can pick specific colors. So you can make your own color palettes. Yeah. So I picked the wrong book here, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, maybe we should start coloring already. Just check. Yeah. So I hope this helped a little bit to ease like I know that this can be a little bit stressful whenever you start a new page. Okay, and honestly, I didn't pick a page. I didn't have time because I don't know why. I was doing something else probably. So, oh, wrong camera. So, I like this coloring book because it has a lot of backgrounds. And actually, I'm using it for the background academy. I don't know how to describe it. I didn't name it yet. But on my Patreon, I'm running my Neko Simi Art Academy, you know. And there is a part of it that is focused on backgrounds. So I did the narrated tutorials for watercolors and oil pastels. And basically what I want to do in this series for the backgrounds is to make various backgrounds with various media. And also sometimes maybe like take some background that I already did and make it again. I don't know which one from this book I could make again that is somehow interesting. The elephant maybe, but it's in Imagimorphia, I guess. Yeah. Also, this is also a bit different than the Yeti page, though both are on fire. I think this was earlier page, but I'm not sure. Oh, but Let me show you imagomorphia. So, for example, yeah, it's similar. These two backgrounds are similar. Oh, and I just noticed that I have the same colors. Interesting. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, but for example, I have this background I did with oil pastels, and I would like to make a narrated tutorial on background like this on my Patreon. You know, because these videos takes me like so long. Yeah. So I would like to take my backgrounds, or maybe also background like this, and do it again. And I think that this pop manga coloring book is just perfect for doing this. Also, I have some Worlds of Wonder here, so it will not be only Kerby today. Yeah. And I don't know, I figured that whenever I do a background like this, when I add some mountains, that it's so unpopular. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, this is the page that I would like to finish for color alongs for my YouTube as well. So I will be switching between this and the Rita Berman's coloring book, the page that I was showing you at the beginning. So I will be like doing these two and then the background as well. And these two are already on my channel. This is very old. Yeah, this is great example as well. I did this many years ago at the beginning with Arteza pencils actually. And this is with Prismacolors and it's recent. So I think the difference is really huge. Yeah. And I was experimenting with the shine and with the sparkles on the bottle. So it's a little bit weird, maybe a little bit off, but it doesn't matter. It's magical bottle. Hi, Taylor. Hi. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is also one of my older pages. I was using inks, some cheaper versions of Distress inks on this, and some glitter gel pens. That was the times that I was using gel pens, glitter gel pens. I'm not using them anymore. And if I want to add some glitters, I use metallic gold paint. Oh, it's so awesome. I always feel so proud when someone tells me that they can spot my work just and that they know that it's me because of the style. It's so amazing. This looks a little bit like gouache, but it's watercolors actually with only little amount of water. I guess. I don't remember, it's a long time since I did it. But backgrounds like this, I really enjoy doing backgrounds. You know, and yeah, also one of my older but I like the shimmer on the background. But if I look at these pages, they're like, where is any black? I wasn't using any black color. You know, I like it though. But it's funny. And now, ta-da! Oh, amazing. Yeah, Dawn, it's okay to use gel pens. I just don't like them because of the ballpoint. Ball. Yeah, because of the small ball that you have on the point, it clogs a lot, especially on paints and on surfaces like like colored pencils, especially if you already have like several layers, you know, on the page. Oh no. Yeah, and I'm planning to do this. I already applied masking fluid. So I don't like to use them because they just don't work for me, you know. But it's okay if they work for you. You can still use them if it's okay. That's fine. Yeah. And for all the white highlights, I'm using Posca or this acrylic paint pen by Flycy, which is from AliExpress. Very cheap. Or from a local brand Art Magico. It's local Czech brand, and it's also like cheap, and the result is the same like from Posca, you know. Only I am not afraid to be harsh on these pens because they are cheap. And this, yeah, I like actually this page. Yeah, I didn't expect that. And firstly, I did the watercolor background. If you saw the video, you can see that I did the background with watercolors. And if you want to follow along, you don't have to use watercolors at all. But I did the background a long time ago, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and I finished this like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or when I posted that. So I usually change my mind. That's also probably why I have over 100 work in progress pictures. I want to make a video about it. I counted all of them, but since then I already gained another work in progress pictures, so I will have to update it. Anyway, I have over 100 work in progress pictures because I started the page, then go to do something else, and then I just don't feel it anymore to continue on the page, you know, or I get totally different idea. So fortunately, oil pastels can be used over everything. If you ever need to cover something, just use oil pastels. Just like I did, I think, in this Worlds Within Worlds. I'm not sure if you know, well, maybe, yes, the astronaut page. I have actually 2 videos about this page. First was how I was, where is it? This astronaut page. So first I did the black background and I colored the astronaut somehow, you know, you can see it. I have a video about it on my channel, and I so didn't like it. I was using acrylic paint for the background and I did it all black. So I was so lost. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like this page. What should I do? I cannot use pencils or inks, watercolors. I cannot use soft pastels on top of it because none of it works on top of acrylic paint, right? And I didn't want to use acrylic paint because I don't enjoy it that much. But I didn't know about oil pastels yet. But then I started to use oil pastels. And when I figured out what they can do, I turned the page into this. I will maybe switch the cameras because this one is quite dark. Yes. Yeah, I need to do this. Yeah. So maybe you can see it better like this. I don't know, the colors are probably a little bit off. It's more bright, you know, so you can imagine that the picture is more bright and more vibrant. But I did this with oil pastels, after after I thought that the page is completely lost. So yeah, oil pastels are like the best art media you can use, and you can do like amazing things with that. And also, if we are talking about the acrylic paints, yeah, I know. This page, I know, and you know as well. So this was the original page. It it has some dinosaurs in the background and a lot of trees, you know, and I kinda changed it to my liking. I made it in space, like yeah. Look, I can maybe do this. Woohoo! Yeah. I like it really a lot. At this time, I didn't know about oil pastels, else I would do it with oil pastels, but I did it with acrylic paint, and it was a pain. Yeah. Uh, as I said, I'm not very used to use acrylic paint. I can use it. You also saw my paintings on the canvas, you know, but I don't enjoy it that much as watercolors. However, I enjoy the vibrancy of the colors. Yeah. So, but after this, I decided that I really don't want to make the astronaut page with acrylics, because I really didn't enjoy it. And when I was talking about distress ink, so the background on this page is done with distress ink, and it would be okay, but you can see these splatters, right? And these splatters were also with distress ink, but with the liquid form. The background was with the cushion and with a sponge, and these splatters were just as I normally do these splashes, you know. And you can see they bled through, and even if I used a thick layer of, this is Nia colors, but without water. So I use them like a regular crayon. So it's not dissolved with water. And you can see that it bled through very badly. So just keep that in mind. If you dissolve it with water, then it will be better. Yeah. However, I like to use acrylic paint on highlights and some bursts of light, like you can see here. So this and this, all the yellow is with acrylic paint. Yeah. And yeah. Actually, I have a lot of pages in this book, and yeah, let me show you some of them. Oh, and I thank you, all of you, for your supporting comments. I really appreciate it. So heartwarming. These are all olders, like older as well. This was also the Nia color background, and I was experimenting. You can see there is not enough highlights on the stand. Again, I was trying to make lava instead of water. It's like my specialty, you know, to turn every water into lava. What else? I think... Oh, another page with oil pastels. And this is full color along for Patreon. And this is all oil pastels. Pterodactyls and the planets were done with colored pencils. But the rest, even the wings and everything, the whole background was done with oil pastels. Jeez, oil pastels are so great. Like, look at it. How I did it. Sometimes I would just wonder how I did it. Wow, like, Sometimes it's just so like good to have the video so I know how I did it. Well, or I can get back to it and see how I did it. I wanted to show you one more page here. That was actually the first one when I did something unexpected. So I completed the apple actually, and I did the world within world. Like literally. Yeah. And this page took me 20 hours only because of the background that is not even that deep. But yeah, it's a little bit washed out now. I did it 3 years ago, and yeah, it's not that loose, it's stiff a little bit, but I like it. It was the start of everything. Yeah. And yeah, maybe if we are talking about the backgrounds, I have you here as well. And sometimes yeah, yeah, that I think that could be true, Nancy. But sometimes I really cannot transfer my imagination on the page. I had like here, I wanted to make it more light and more like very contrasty, like between the red and blue, which I did, but I miss the highlights on the creatures especially, and here I could make it better. But it was challenging. It was a challenge. And also I was using the acrylic paint for the waves. And yeah, here I overdid it. Like, oh, yeah, I really overdid it with acrylic paint. Sometimes I just don't see. You know, I'm working, I don't see the full picture. I'm working on the part and I don't see the full picture. So it's good to make less, step back, and get back to it later and see if it really needs to add more. But it was back a few years ago, and it was the beginning of me using acrylic paint for waves. So I learned a lot out of this page. Oh, so my most favorite oil pastels are Mungyo. I can show you. So Mungyo, but don't mix them with another Mungyo, because Mungyo they have artists soft oil pastels and then they have artists oil pastels. Oil pastels are hard. They are meant to be used differently. Well, these soft oil pastels are super creamy. They have the right consistency for the beginners. They are not that much soft and they are not hard. They can be blended on their own. Like I usually use them that I blend the picture with the sticks. And then I used my finger to only smoothen the surface. So you don't have to use any other tools for blending and you have really no hard times with that. The second that are my favorite are Lightwish soft oil pastels. They are even more creamier and more softer than Mungyo. That's why I don't recommend them for total beginners because they are too soft and they may be hard to use. You know, it's harder to use them, to blend them the same way I blend with Mungyo, and it's better to use more fingers for blending. But they can do amazing things. I have a picture, but I don't know where is the book. Yeah, I did Maria Trolle picture. So this is the picture with Lightwish oil pastels. You can see they can do amazing this smoke effect, but also they don't have enough dark colors. So I hope they will fix it with larger set. So it's needed if you want really dark color, then I recommend to mix the pastels together, like pre-mix, or mix them on the page with black. So then you will get darker shade of every color you want. Yeah. And for the background, I wanted to show you something for the background. I probably don't have it here. I don't know. I already forgot what I wanted to do, actually. Anyway, it's maybe not here. Anyway, but I should have it. No. Oh, because I have two versions of the alien worlds. Oh, it will be in this book. Oh no. Oh, I don't know why the pages are glued. Yay. Yeah, I'm working on this page as well. I started it a few months ago. And I started this like years ago. No, I never used Montmartre oil pastels because I used their pencils once and I didn't like them. So so I never bought anything from this brand again. Yeah, here is another page with oil pastels. And yes, so I did, well, actually, not only oil pastels, I did some pencil work on the rock and some silhouettes. And then I used oil pastels on the rest. Yeah, the ship is also with pencils. And this is like the view, like the astronaut can see it from behind his helmet. You know, so. And oil pastels were so helpful for this. And it was so quick. And for the highlights and details, I was using the acrylic markers. Yeah, like the brush markers. All right. If you happen to go to my channel and watch the, what is it, Alien Worlds, I have done this page as well, and I did the galaxy, the blue galaxy on it. Maybe I can show you so you don't have to search for it. Give me a second. I have two of them because at first I bought the book. I bought the US version, I guess. Color. Ah, no. So this is UK. So this is UK version and this is Polish version. Yeah, I just wanted to have the Polish version because I know the paper is good. And I don't know, I just bought this because it was before the Polish version and I wanted to make a video as soon as possible. So this is also how you can manage the background like this. The fact that it's black doesn't mean that it has to stay black. You can cover it with acrylic paint. Oh. Well, if you are new to oil pastels, I can recommend you my videos. I would be happy if you could go to my playlists and you can just search for oil pastels, and I have actually some of the tips and tricks for oil pastels, and I'm reviewing those Lightwish and Mungyo oil pastels, and I'm giving up some or giving away some of my personal tricks and my thoughts because I was also starting with oil pastels, so it's from the view of the beginner. And I have full playlist on oil pastels there. So yeah, and for the set, well, the thing is, I always get the largest set I can. Give me a second. Well, if it comes to this Mungyo, then I firstly get this set of 48. I'm unsure how they will work or if I will like them. And also I think it was the largest set I was able to get here locally. So I went for this. But if it comes to any other art media, any pencil sets, I always go for the biggest set I can get. Yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, I did it every time. Yeah. So I don't want to give you a bad advice. But you can never go wrong if you get smaller set. They also have set of 72, so you can get this set. And then you can decide whether you want to invest into larger set. I want it, so I get my set of 120. And like having something like this, it's awesome. However, I think they were in store for a very long time because unlike these, they are not that soft. I I learned to work with them. However, look at them. Isn't it awesome? Like, mm, yeah. If I could, if I have a place for them, I would just have them displayed. Anyway, they are not that soft, and I think that it's because they are more expensive and not everyone really wants to buy them, you know. So I think they were too long in the store, so they kind of get harder over time. Like, I think they were there maybe for years, because I was searching reviews. None of the other reviews said that they would be bad. So they're supposed to be as soft as the smaller set, and I can confirm that in general these are great, soft, and perfect for beginners. So that's just something to be aware of, that with more expensive art supplies and larger sets, we can find we can have that bad luck and get a bad product. Yeah, but I don't want this bad experience of mine just have any bad influence on your decision whether to buy bigger or smaller set. On the other hand, they can be used still, and I figure out that over time, especially if it's more like warm weather, they work better. Yeah. And I do not treat my pages before I start, not even for watercolors, oil pastels, gouache, acrylic, never. I could never do this because I don't like the texture. Actually, yeah. Also, I'm using pencils, so it's not that great. If you use pencils on top of some watercolor ground, for example, because it's too rough and it will just eat up all your pencils. But yes, it has benefits as well. Yeah, it can give you more texture, and it depends on what do you prefer. Another thing is that I would have to wait for the medium to dry, then I would change my mind and I would never get back to the page again. But what I use, that's the only thing I'm using, this satin glazing liquid by Golden. It's actually a slow drying extender for acrylic paints. So if you're using acrylic paints, you can mix this into your paint. It will not lose the vibrancy and consistency, but it will be just drying slower. But it's transparent. If it dries, you can apply it on the page, and it's not protector, it's not varnish. It's just something that will prevent oil pastels from smudging, for example. So if I do oil pastels background, I will use this, and yes, I have to leave it to dry overnight, but then I can use my pencils on top of it. And I have videos on it as well. If you go to my homepage on YouTube, there is a section called All About Coloring World, I think. If you go to my homepage, and there is the section All About Coloring World, then there will be coloring art vlog playlist, I guess. And mixed media in coloring books playlist. So in these two playlists, you will find some more of tricks, because in art vlogs or in coloring vlogs, I also share all these tips and tricks that I'm currently searching and discovering, you know. And in the mixed media in coloring books, this is specifically playlist for using mixed media in coloring books, right? So you can check it. I will have a video about it, about using it. And yeah, it will not protect the page. So if you want a varnish, proper varnish, I recommend to. And you can also use it like under your, like the first coat before you start the page, but I don't think that it's necessary. I'm not really sure if it would work as a protector from bleeding the watercolors. I don't know. Paul Rubens, I never tried Paul Rubens, but I heard about them, but I never tried that. I'm glad that it was helpful. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that those watercolor grounds, they can like, if you use markers on top of it, like water-based or alcohol markers, I can imagine that they will oh, that they will make the marker lighter and the result will be totally different again. And send it. Oh, interesting. Yeah, with that base. I've never actually tried it under watercolors, I think. But it's great if you're using pencils and you are out of layers. That's usually what happens to me, and you need to add some deepness. Then you can use this glazing liquid, let it dry, and then you can use pencils on top of it again. It's amazing, like total game changer. Hi, Sumaila. Hi. How is it going in Taiwan? Well, you should go to sleep. Like, you can watch replay. Oh, but I'm here. You are here for a few minutes. No, I'm so shy. Oh, thank you. Well, well, well. Anyway, today we didn't get into any coloring. Bye bye. Have a sweet dreams and enjoy your stay in Taiwan. Yeah, so we didn't get into any coloring today. So what do we do now? Um, so let me know if the video is still good or if it's lagging. Because I will decide according to that what we will do next. I just checked and it seems that I lag a little bit. I will really have to figure out the thing with my camera. Because it says excellent connection. But it's probably not that excellent. Few glitches is okay. But I have no idea what page should we do. Like, hello from the corner. So, all right, all right. Thank you for letting me know. It's not, my camera is not even that warm, so I think it will be okay. So I already have some pages colored in this book. So here is my work in progress. I started this at the same time I started the Johanna Basford's book with the mushrooms when I covered the background in oil pastels. Yeah, I think we could finish it, but I thought that we will be doing some background today. And this is something very old. So this was actually done with Kohinoor pencils. The Kohinoor, the woodless ones, but the watercolor version. I didn't like it that much. Well, you can see it doesn't give you any depth, but it was probably also my skill. And then I did this with Coliro pearl colors and regular watercolors on the background, and I overdid the hair, but I like how it shines. But the hair are so overdone. This is actually my only coloring book by Camila Derico. Yeah, pop manga book. And I also have this one. Also pretty shiny on the background. And yeah, this book is just great for experiments. Thank you. Well, oy. What time is it? All right, we are streaming for like 2 hours. No wonder that I'm feeling a little bit tired. Well, you know what? I think that I will not be able to choose the page today. like now at this moment. 5 of her books. She has so many books already for mixed media paper collages. Yeah, I get it. Like there is so much space around the illustrations. Oh, so amazing that to see so many are mixed media colorists. All right, so I think, yeah. All right. I think I will end the live stream today because I'm starting to be really, really tired and I really cannot think of a page I should choose, not even the colors. So, wow, that would be for long. I will probably not be able to choose it, but I will keep this in mind for my next live stream. And I will try to prepare something in this book and we will see how it will turn out. Actually, I was thinking about doing watercolors, but I will see which page I will actually choose, and according to that, I will choose the medium, and then we can talk about the process. I can like talk about it more in depth, and process of doing some nice background, and maybe I could come up with some unusual background, not only some galaxy or so, but something like this, because we have a lot of space in this book. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Alcohol markers are great, but they cannot be used on in every coloring book, right? Because they just bleed through every page. But I was also using like water-based markers instead, alcohol markers, but it wasn't. Well, the thing is that water-based markers are very concentrated in water, so you are using basically a lot of water on a small area. So then the paper starts to peel off more likely, and like more than if you are using only watercolors. What do I drink when I color? Water. And if I use watercolors, I try not to drink my paint water, but my clear water. But I also like to drink some tea, chamomile tea or matcha tea, but usually in the morning, or coffee in the morning. Yeah, but not that very often. Yeah, I used to drink coffee at night when I was up late in the into up into the morning, you know, but I stopped that already. Yeah, water-based markers, they don't blend very well unless you are using them on watercolor paper that can stand it, you know. But for base layer, it's okay. If you don't mind, like or if you don't use them like the standalone medium, something like this, you know, so you don't need to blend them like with alcohol markers, you don't need to make shadows and so on, or you can but you can do only like the base layer with one color and maybe a little bit of shadow with other color once the first layer dried. That's how you can prevent and save the paper actually. Water-based markers to blend acrylic markers. I cannot imagine that. Water-based markers to blend acrylic markers? Wow, I would like to see that. Maybe I will try it. Oh, um, I think did. I didn't drink it, I think, but I think that once I poured my brush into my coffee. Yeah. But I think I noticed that on time. Flour in my coffee. Oh wow. That was tasty for sure. Stedler pigment brushes. Stedler pigment brushes. Huh, do I have them? I have some Stedler, but pigment brushes? Hmm. Let me Stedler. Let me Google it. Pigment brushes. Hmm. I don't have those. Pigment arts brush pen. Check out. Hmm. Let me see. I don't have these Stedler pigment brushes or brush pens. I have similar. I have one that is Kuretake Zik. And these, I have, oh, it's a little warmer now. I have Stedler felt pens, but not brushes, and I have only few of them, and I was actually never using them on coloring pages. And Stedler, I also have fine liners. They have very thin line or point. So these are that I have, but again I never use them. Melpomene. Oh, Melpomene. Melpomene. And do you know which one? Let me see. Well, maybe I just don't remember, or it was maybe a uh different pen. Do you know if it was Enchanted Earth or Dream Voyage? Let's figure it out. Markers help with detail. Oh, Stedler, Melpomene. Let me just catch up on the chat again. Oh, Jackie, I'm so glad that it was helpful. And Copics are my passion. Oh, yeah, I can totally relate. I have never used Copics. I believe they are amazing markers, but um, I am Ohuhu. I am into Ohuhu totally. Like I have so many Ohuhu products. I have actually the video about Ohuhu something markers. I think Ohuhu markers, and I'm showing there all my Ohuhu products. I just forgot to show one more Ohuhu, and these are journal pens, and markers. Ah, ah. Oh no, I don't sell my colorings because it's copyrighted. I'm not the owner of the illustration, so I cannot sell it. Actually, I don't sell my original work as well, but I could sell my original artwork, but it's just too much work, like extra work with that, and I just don't have time when I have to do like 4 to 5 videos per week because I'm also doing like videos for my Patreon on almost weekly basis. So it's sometimes it's harder to keep up. Painted in mythographic collection, actually yes. Let me show you. But I have rather like work in progresses, pages, and it's like ages. Yeah, that's not the right book. It's like ages since I colored. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So now I was like total cat. I just accidentally threw my glass from the table, but fortunately it didn't break. Yeah. Oof. My god. The water is spilled on my backpack. And on the floor a little bit. Just give me a second, I will just wipe it. I always say I would need bigger table. Yeah, alright, but it seems no damage was done. So where in chat I finished. Oh, mythographic. Yes, so let's see. Let's just go very quickly. I don't have much pictures in here. I'm planning on this picture, but who knows when I will do it. So here I was doing... I have some colors here. Background. Ah, it was for this page. Okay. Oh, it was in 2022. So this is definitely some acrylic paint for the waves. But what I was using for the background, it looks like watercolors. Then I have Ohuhu page. This is full Ohuhu and some pencils. Yeah. I don't think I have anything here. I still have untouched coloring books. That's, oh, frustrating. Yeah, here, this is with Nia colors. Yeah, very thick layer of Nia colors and metallic acrylic paint, metallic watercolor. Here I was using black acrylic paint for the background. And I was actually following the channel Coloring with Alena for this picture. It was like my second time I was doing any color along. And yeah, this is acrylic paint. And as you can see, I wanted to make a volcano in the background and something like, I wanted to make the whole page on the topic of the Lord of the Rings. So this is basically Mordor. Yeah, I know, but I didn't finish it. Yeah. I am on Facebook as Neko Simi, but I don't go on Facebook very often. And whatever is posted there is cross-posted from Instagram. So I post something on Instagram and it goes automatically on my Facebook. So I don't post anything specifically on Facebook that wouldn't be on Instagram. And Dream Garden, I started one page on live stream. Oh, I don't know what I was using here. Didn't finish, but I was using acrylic paint. If I find the page. Maybe it wasn't here. But I have one page that I started and didn't finish. And it was with acrylics. Here in Imagine. Yeah, it must be in this book. Oh, here's another work in progress. Very long, very old work in progress. Yes, so here it is. So I covered everything basically with acrylic paint. And then I wanted to make some clouds, you know, and I wanted to make something like galaxy. However, I ended the stream and I didn't get back to it. I think I could make it. I could make it with oil pastel. I just got this idea, you know. Oil pastels could fix it perfectly. Like maybe I will do it for the next video. For the next. Yeah, but oh, that sparked my creativity actually. Now back to the chat. We'll have to scroll a little bit. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for showing my work to your housemates. Wow. So great. The page, so the page from Dream Voyage, amazing. So we are getting closer. Dream Voyage. Only one circle. Oh, Circle of Life is the only one I don't have. And I don't have the pit pens as well, but I have soft pastels. Faber, those are Faber Castell, right? So I have Faber Castell pit pastels, but I don't like using soft pastels in pencils. So I also have Carbofellow, like the full set or 60. I don't know if it's full set. Um, and I use them few times. I don't like them. I like to use soft pastels, the chalks, but in pencil, it's just like how they cannot be even sharpened properly, you know. First page in the book. Well, first page in the book. So I have Dream Voyage, first page. I don't have my first page. Do you mean in the book or that I colored? Anyway, on this page, I was using. Maybe I can add more light. Oh, that could be better. I probably have some weird setting on my small camera. That's why it's so dark. It doesn't matter for now. I will try to keep it in mind for the next time. And I was using alcohol markers on this page. Oh, I can do it this way. Huh. So I was using alcohol markers. Or maybe... Is this better? I'm not sure if it has better quality. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then here are watercolors and pencils on this page. Is that all? Oh, I started new page and didn't finish. As usually. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe if it was on this page, then I was using alcohol markers. You can see. Yes. What do we have here? I have 15 lithographics books. Wow. Wow. I stopped buying them because I didn't even touch those that I have. It's interesting that Ohu is better than Copic. Great. That's good to know. At least I don't have to bother saving my money for Copics, right? Oh, bye bye, Nancy. Just read your message. Yeah, I would love to finish Mordor page. Yeah, definitely go for any page with oil pastels. Only it can be a little bit harder on details, but it can still be managed if you have the tools, or even Q-tip can do, you know, if you need to go into a small area. How you do it? Oh, start. Oh, no. Um, well, it depends. Sometimes well, if I do color along, well, uh, years ago when I was doing color alongs, um, I always wrote down the colors that I was using and on a small piece of paper or cardboard, and I was keeping it by the page. But now when I do color alongs, I try to finish them. And also I have a book because I have some of these uh, papers with colors, and I have no idea for which pages they belong, because sometimes I'm working on several pages. 2 pages are okay, but sometimes like before, when I started the backgrounds in Johanna's coloring book, I did 8 backgrounds during 2 nights. I wrote down all the colors, but this is something that that's not unusual for me. That I start several pages at once, and then sometimes it happens that I just forget which papers belongs to which color, which page. But I also have my book, something like sketchbook, and actually I have it since I was 17, 18, and at first it was supposed to be my Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls Morrowind guidebook, where so this was my drawing and coloring skill before, a long time before, and I wanted to make how is it called, herbage, like the book with all the fauna flora, and I started with the flowers from Morrowind world, so this is one of it. Yeah, and that was actually very I'm not sure. I think. Oh yeah, I have another one because I wanted to go in alphabet order, so I skipped a few pages, and then I did another one. Yeah, and then years later, I started to use it for my swatches. So whenever I did something, some coloring, I wrote it down, all the colors. So yeah, but the paper is very thin, so you can see what is written on the other side, so that's a little bit uncomfortable, but since I already started it, so I want to finish it. So these are all, and I'm halfway through this book, so I have all my color combinations here in this book. So whenever I start a page and I finish for the day, I try to write down everything in this book. Then I can go back, right? Sometimes it doesn't work that easily because I have like the mess on my table. So sometimes I just forget which pencils I was using on the specific picture. Yeah, But for the color alongs that I'm doing on Patreon, I always try to keep it sorted and to really provide the colors that I'm using. And if I would now want to go back to some of my older pages, I wouldn't care about which colors I was using before, and I would just follow up with my new ideas, because probably I would not like it anymore, and I would have different ideas. And it happens to me very often when I start the page and I have totally different idea about it the next day. So I'm adjusting the coloring on the go, I would say. That's also why I really hate to have to start and not being able to finish it in one go. Oh, um, about the buckling of the pages, well, I don't iron them. I tried that once and it didn't help. Like, I don't know how it can help. But the thing, once the page is buckled, it will not get into the into the original form, no matter how much you iron it. It means that if, how to explain it? Let's take a tissue. So the page is normally flat, but if it it's hard to manage it. If it starts to buckle and you iron it, then well, if the page gets wet, it will stretch. That's why it's getting bumpy. If you start to iron it, you will not magically put it into you will not magically unstretch it, but you will do a fold. So you will like overlap the bump, and you will have like this. I don't know how to explain it, not even in Czech, but you understand me, right? So that's why I don't iron any pages. And some of them, they buckle. If I would show you, I'm gonna show you this new one from Maria. You can see that the pages are actually buckled. But if we open it, it's not that bad. It depends on what book it is. Like we can see that it's wrinkled. It's not perfectly straight like this page. Yeah, but I didn't treat the page with anything. I just painted over it, and I am using a lot of water every time because I like the flow, And yeah, I think it depends on the paper in the book. Of course, if I would do this on the page on Amazon paper, it would behave totally differently. Pokemon. Oh, yeah, I can relate actually to Pokemons. Because I have, when I was really young, I got this book, like Pokédex book. Yeah, with all the Pokemons, but the first ones, the first 150. Oh, with Togepi, so 151. Yeah, and I was drawing them as well. According to this book, I also had my own Pokédex. Yeah, but I don't have it now. I don't know what happened with it, but I can remember it. I still have the book though. Yeah, swatches are the most important. Ooh, well, color theory, that's a great tool, great thing, like, but it's so complex. What I can recommend, use use this color wheel, but don't stick only to what is prescribed on it. There are only, like, if you have advanced color wheel, then you have complementary, split complementary, triadic, and then you have square and rectangle as well. And you have also like one color in between them as well. Yeah, but you don't have to use only these. For example, you can use adjacent colors. So I don't have any, but I thought I have my color wheel here, but I probably don't have. It doesn't matter. Um, I will actually be doing this into my art academy on Patreon, and I also will be doing basics on colored pencils and art media, and then over time it will end up and it will lead to teaching more in detail about mixed media in coloring books. And part of it will be also the color theory, because if you have complementary colors, green and red, you don't have to use only this green and red, but you can use the adjacent color of red, for example, so orange, let's say. Or instead green, you can use blue. So, and you can really play with that. You can also do like split complementary colors and the one that is in the middle, or the adjacent of this middle color. So it's really like this world of color theory is amazing, it's huge, and it's more beyond the color wheel and the marks on it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to go deeper into it. Oh, that's amazing that you still have your Pokemons. I was also doing my own my own versions of new Pokemons. It was so amazing. Yeah, you know, I love I love to explain everything about art. I just love explaining. Yeah, sometimes it's too much, but better more than less, right? Anyway, I'm so happy and so grateful for all of you who were here today with me. I enjoyed this live stream so much. I will be finishing now because we are here, yeah, 2.5 hours. So I will go take some rest and, yeah, dinner. Anyway, I will be looking forward to see you next time. I don't know when it was or when it will be. Anyway, you will see that in advance again. So I hope you will have all beautiful evening or day and the just beautiful rest of the weekend and great upcoming week full of success. And yeah, thank you so much for coming here, being here with me and chatting with me. It's so refreshing really to have a chance to talk to you more directly, you know. And of course, I'm so happy and so grateful for all of your comments under every of my video. So thank you very much and see you soon. Bye bye.